equipment. Equipment is a very important part of RPGs. Some equipment will simply give you better stats, which is important. Some of them will let you learn new skills. So yeah, whatever equipment ends up being in a game, it's very important. And so it's about time I started thinking of how to get this into my game. I don't want any slots to be hard-coded, so this will have to be probably lists, just a list and some enums. I don't know about equipment system yet. Equipment is maybe all I'm looking for right now. And that probably goes inside entities and probably goes inside units. I don't think an entity would have equipment, so it's probably specific to this. Let's just make an overall equipment class. This will handle the player's equipment. So just like I've done with previous components, I will go into the unit and then we'll add some way of accessing the equipment without having to drag and drop or anything. Yeah, get return equipment. So in equipment, there'll be some kind of list of equipped items. Something like that. Probably private list. Probably a dictionary actually, and that'll be equip slot and then the equip item. Equipped item dictionary. There'll be some kind of equip. Public void unequip. Maybe make these booleans in case we care about if something was equipped or not. We'll just return true for now. So let's make the equip slot enum, I believe would be the good way of doing it. Or would it? Yeah, let's just roll with it for now. Equip slot, and we'll just put in some values as a rough idea. Maybe make none. Weapon, armor, that's fine for now. Then we'll make some kind of equip item. we'll do some of the usual setup that I've done in the past. I'm just trying to picture what I want us to be. If this is going to be instantiated, so maybe it'll just have a reference to the item itself. So hmm. Right, let's see. If I was to make items, this would be base item that has some whatever attached to it. Maybe this would be private string display name, and then do the usual string display name. So any commonality would be on here, and then have weapon. You know what? This doesn't make sense. We don't. This. Uh, no, I guess we don't really care if something's a weapon or if it's armor, right? Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do care about weapon and armor. So weapon is of type item. And then similarly, armor with a U, of course, is of type item. So equip item might just be a reference to the item itself. Return item as weapon, which could be null. And then public armor, return item as armor. Maybe it would be usable item as well if you want to equip items like usable things like throwing potions in combat. But would this be fine? Equip item, and then also size field, equip slot, just to keep track of the slot it was equipped in, because you can have multiple. Maybe you'll have two weapon skills, so you can use two at once. Maybe it'll be trinkets. You maybe have two trinket slots, and you want to keep track of which one it's in. Get return equip slot. So then equipment would hold these equip items. What item to equip, and then which slot do you unequip? Maybe just equip slot. But maybe also unequip with an item. So try and unequip the item itself. Probably overcoding again because I don't know if I'm going to use things like that, but let's just see how it goes. So this is fine to be nothing. There should be some sort of order that we want. Maybe equip slot is the order. So whatever order I want this to be, it will display it in that order. Um, Public list of equip slots. Uh, how does this work? Let's serialize field, private list of equip slot. Um, Default equip slots maybe. So these are the ones that are going to be available to a character. And keep in mind, all this will be added sort of manually because I'm just working on the combat at the moment. So let's see, let's go into the unit, prefab unit, and let's see how it looks before we settle on anything. So default equip slots, we want a weapon. Oh, screw you. We want a weapon and we want armor. Do we need any of this? The equip slot is already given to us in the dictionary. Hmm. Equip item sounds like it should be built on top of item. This is probably better, I think. Um, the weapon can be on top of equip item. Armor can be on top of equip item. I think this is the sort of way it's done in RPG Maker. Where you just have a massive hierarchy So item will be the catch-all term for all items. Equip items will be the ones that you can equip. So in here will be specific information on what happens when something's equipped or when it's removed. Weapon and armor is just even more specific than just a random equipment item. So weapon will have some sort of potency or way of calculating damage. Armor. Armor probably won't have anything that the weapon doesn't have. I think weapon is mostly just armor but with a bit more. So maybe armor can be removed and all of that can be an equip item, and weapon is the only one that becomes a little bit more special. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Okay, equip item is going to have a serializable field or serialized field, whatever it is. Serialized field, there we go. Private list of equip slots. And this is the equipable slot list, where this equip item can be equipped. So if this is say like a one-handed weapon and if you have left and right hands, then you can maybe put left hand for equip slot and right hand for equip slot, so this can be equipped in both. And yeah, also like I mentioned before, if you have equipable usable items, as in you want to have 3 slots that your battle units can use in combat, then maybe you turn all items into equip items, and you have usable 1, usable 2, usable 3 as your equipment slot, and then you can put usable 1, 2, and 3 into the equipable slot list so that the potion can be slotted into any one of those slots. So that's my thinking. That's why I've went for this, I guess. Where can it be equipped? Public virtual bool is weapon. Turn false. Virtual bool is, I guess public virtual bool is armor. Maybe we can return true for that. You know what? Return false for now, because that's not the way I've set it up. And then in here, override is armor, and just say true instead. Again, I think I'm overcoding. This none of this is required in the game yet. I should just add it when it's required. Right, let's see. Let's get some temporary items going. So this is going to be a good old staple of any game. Iron sword, weapon.iron sword, and maybe we'll do armor dot cuirass. Add armor, and it's automatically given the item and the equip item parameters. Let's go for weapon. So in here you can write it nicer, iron sword with spaces, etc. The equip slot is only going to be weapon. That's a cuirass, and we will only allow it to be equipped in the armor slot. So prefabs, equipment. You know what? Let's have a hierarchy of items. In here will be equipment and usable. In equipment, there'll be weapons and also armor. You know what? Instead of armor, you could always break it down further and just have helmet, armor, trinket, I guess, anything. Maybe you would do that inside of there though. Alright, weapons, let's get it in. Armor, get it in. Let's see what this unit has for equipment. Default equip slots, but we don't have default equipment. Um, might do something similar to this stat to value. Might just do um, item to slot maybe. No, slot to item. It would be that way around. Enums. I guess I can just put this inside the equipment folder. So let's do slot to item. I know what to be more specific. I will call it slot to equip item because I don't think I'm going to have the kind of game where you can equip items in combat and things. It's going to be just equip items. So this is going to be public equip slot, public equip item, equip item. So yeah, default stats, let's go private list of slot to equip item, default equipment. Private void, set default equipment for each item in the default equipment list dot count equipment dot equip. Item to equip is going to be in here, equip item equal default equipment list I dot equip item. slot. And then equip slot as well. Now equip is gonna have to either instantiate this new item and then attach it to the equipment, or just somehow tell the equipment that this thing has it equipped. So yeah, for catching. Let's open up the unit again. I need to get going in a second, but I won't finish the video. I'll just add more to it. Open up the unit, and we will add an object called equipment, and we will just keep things stuck on here. And I think I want to do the same for status, just to keep it clean. All these status effects will be added to that instead. But unit has to change. Get component in children. Let's just see if the game still works or if I've messed up something somewhere. Oh, we broke it. Yay. How did I manage to break it? I have no idea what happened there. Is it one of these? Is it maybe this? No, no, that should be fine. What have I managed to do? Alright, we'll see if I can fix it. So yeah, I added serializable to this here. Added serializable to the equip slot as well. And now I can add default equipment list here, weapon, armor, and hopefully it will do something, but I guess I've not coded that yet. Maybe that should be available equip slots or present equip slots or something. Equip slot list. I should have some default here. Wrong thing. Let's see if the game works, if it breaks or what. Everyone has the same stats now because I think this was why the thing crashed. Everyone's stats had reset to nothing. meaning the speed for everyone was nothing, meaning no one would ever take their turn, which would freeze the game. Cool. Let's see. That's weird. Her turn would end and she would immediately get another turn. I'm sure that's fine. It's just it feels wrong, but that's what happens when everyone has the same number. All right, so looks like the game still works like normal. And since I have space as something here, I should probably add a shortcut for this, like M to move or something. That's all right. Let's see. Back in the equipment. Equip currently does nothing. I think that will always be an equip item. So if items can change, you will need some kind of storage for all the item instances that you make. If items can't change, then it's very easy. You just need to store the ID of the item. Stop, jeez. Maybe this should have a way of tracking the unit that it's attached to. How do we handle something wanting to change a stat? I don't have the basis for that built yet. I'm going to do something probably similar to Liquid Fire project. Yeah, I don't want to explain that until I'm actually building it. So right now, I think I'll just have to stick with each piece of equipment will subscribe or yeah, should subscribe to a thing happening. So on hit, subscribe to that, do something. Um, if a stat is being calculated, it should subscribe to that. All right, so yeah, I think we want to instantiate then. Equip item object equals instantiate item to equip dot game object. equip item object, transform, set parent equal to this transform. And I guess we could set in here now which slot it was equipped in. Oh, lost it, there we go. So yeah, maybe a couple of checks. If item to equip dot is slot valid, maybe something like that. It's not valid. Return false. Equip item. Public bool is slot valid. So we will simply return equipable slots dot contains that. So if you can't equip it in this slot, return false, it did not equip. Otherwise, we instantiate an object, attach it to this equipment object. And then what do we do? Nothing for now. Um, Maybe run equip on it or run unequip on it, and then those can do different things. So this is where we would do any adding, I don't know if we want to call it features or modifiers or whatever. Add them in here. Okay, we will run that equip and then return true. This is all very unfinished, incomplete at the moment. Also need to add it to the list or the dictionary, sorry. Equipped item dictionary. So unequip if slot is already filled. If equipped dictionary dot has key contains key. So in here we would need to, you know what? I don't even think we need to instantiate because technically this should already exist. It would be in our equipment somewhere. Set default equipment. We don't simply equip it, we need to do the instantiation here. And technically we would need to create some kind of inventory, which this is suddenly becoming a huge deal that I wasn't really thinking about. But for now, it's fine. We'll leave the instantiation there. I guess we just destroy it for now. Unequip. So here we would check if something exists first. If it doesn't contain the key, then we just return early with a false value. Otherwise, I guess we grab the equip item. We unequip it. We then remove it from the dictionary. And then probably destroy the object. So again, very temporary code here. We wouldn't want to just destroy any objects. We would probably move them back to some kind of inventory object here. Public equip item. Find equip item from slot. Other way around. Find equip slot from item. For each equip item, in dictionary, if equipped item dot value is equal to equip item, return equipped item dot key, since that will be the slot. Otherwise, we return slot none, and then we try and grab it here. Equip slot equals find equip slot from item. Equip slot equals none. And then return false. We couldn't unequip the item. Otherwise, unequip and then pass in the slot. Okay. So I don't really know what this is doing other than you can add in a couple of pieces of starting equipment and hopefully see it be instantiated, but you can't really change it while in combat, so that's fine. You know what? I'll change the speed. Let's go 100 for him. Right. 110 for the thief. A berserker. Go middle, 105. And the mage can be a little bit slower. And let's create a few more items. Robe. Cuirass. chainmail, make it something different. Iron sword, hey, just call it a dagger. Staff. And then great sword. So let's just apply these to the different units. So iron sword, and this is different now. Uh-oh, what have I done? Oh, no. Let's see. Unit gets chainmail, get leather. The orc wears nothing, and you can wear robe, staff, great sword. Um, Great. You can get the dagger. You get the iron sword. Okay. So let's just see if it actually creates it for us. So you got staff and robe. Cool. Grey sword. Dagger leather. Okay, cool. Now I don't, it's not actually doing anything at the moment, but these items are now equipped, whatever that means. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the video there, and this is probably a half done system or whatever. It's half done. I need to work on stats next and how we manipulate them.